We all know the yellow tracksuit, the high-pitched battle cries, and the seemingly invincible kicks. Bruce Lee remains the most recognized martial artist in human history, yet that pop culture image masks a complicated reality. Beneath the surface of the legend lay traits the movies never fully revealed. Long before he was a global martial arts star, he was a prolific child actor in Hong Kong. By the age of 18, he had already appeared in 20 different films. He also dealt with physical vulnerabilities that few fans would suspect, specifically terrible eyesight. He wore thick glasses for most of his life and was an early adopter of contact lenses to navigate the world. Instead of spending his youth purely focused on combat, he was an obsessive ballroom dancer. He kept a card index of over 100 different routines and won the 1958 Hong Kong Crown Colony Cha-Cha Championship. To understand the true source of Bruce Lee's influence, we must look past the two-dimensional legend. Many assume Bruce Lee was a pure representative of traditional, orthodox Chinese culture. His ancestry was a mosaic. His mother was Eurasian, his great-grandfather a Dutch Jewish businessman. He was a mix of Chinese, English, and Jewish blood. This heritage led to friction. Traditional students refused to train with him because he wasn't considered purely Chinese. That rejection fueled his decision to emigrate to America. In Seattle, he broke with tradition by teaching martial arts to anyone, regardless of background or race. This inclusive approach crossed cultural lines, training leading men like Steve McQueen and actresses like Sharon Tate. By treating martial arts as a universal language rather than a closed secret, he transformed a local tradition into a global phenomenon. A common myth suggests Lee's physique and power came from ancient, mystical training secrets. The reality was more clinical. He was a radical biohacker who voraciously studied Western exercise physiology, prioritizing modern lifting and scientific biomechanics over ancient tradition. He maintained an extreme nutritional regimen, including custom protein shakes that blended raw hamburger meat with whole eggs, calcium-rich shells and all. He pushed his body with unorthodox aids, utilizing electrostimulation to force muscle contractions, and chewing highly potent Nepal hashish daily for over a decade. These methods unlocked a level of power that defied his 130-pound frame, allowing him to perform 50 consecutive one-arm chin-ups. This physical capability grew out of relentless, sometimes dangerous, scientific self-experimentation that pushed the human body to its absolute limits. While he was mastering his body, he was also pursuing an academic path. He majored in drama at the University of Washington and spent years studying both Eastern and Western philosophy. He was obsessed with the concept of yin and yang, actively cultivating an intellectual, tender side to balance his aggressive physical presence. In private, he was a prolific writer of free-form poetry, filling pages with thoughts on nature, love, and human vulnerability. These intellectual pursuits formed the foundation of his combat. He used philosophical concepts like formlessness to invent entirely new approaches to fighting. His true strength was his ability to synthesize poetry, philosophy, and violence into a single mastered state of mind. This is the city of Mostar in Bosnia. In the 1990s, the region was left deeply fractured by ethnic and religious violence. By 2005, local residents wanted a public monument to represent justice. However, the groups could not agree on a single religious or political figure, including Gandhi or the Pope, without risking further division. The city chose a surprising solution. They erected the world's first life-sized bronze statue of Bruce Lee. Because Bruce Lee was a mix of Jewish, European, and Chinese blood, a dancer, fighter, and philosopher, he belonged to no single faction. He was a hero both sides could finally agree on. He created this legacy of global unity, despite a life cut short by his sudden death at just 32 years old. These layers of his life reinforce the legend. By moving beyond the limits of a simple martial arts icon, Bruce Lee acted as a complex figure who tore down every boundary to become an icon that belongs to the entire world.
Welcome to Bite Tunes. To know more amazing things, please subscribe this channel.